Unit 1, Learning Together, Poem Try Again, Question Answers, from Grade 7, Subject English, Book Poorvi. Let us do these activities before we read. First, who inspires you to do your best? Answer: my mother inspires me to do my best. She always encourages me to work hard, believe in myself, and never give up, even when things are difficult. Second, work in pairs. Identify what you see in the pictures given below. What can we learn from them? Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. So friends, tell me in the comment box what you see in the pictures. Like in the first picture, we can see honeybees collecting honey. Next, we can see spider, bird making their nest, ants, an apple tree. And tell me in the comment box what are these? These pictures show that success comes through hard work, patience, and never giving up. We can learn the value of perseverance and determination. Let us discuss. First, complete the summary of the poem by filling in the blanks with suitable words from the text given in the box below. Share your answers with the teacher. An example has been given. The poem, written in a narrative style, tells the story of King Bruce of Scotland, who was feeling low after failing multiple times to achieve something great for his people. In a moment of despair, he observed a spider trying to reach its web high above. The spider tried every time it fell after getting close to its goal. It made 9 attempts and finally succeeded. The king said that the spider had conquered and so would he. Inspired by the spider's determination, King Bruce decided to strive. When he tried this time, he ultimately succeeded. So friends, you can fill in the blanks. Now let's move forward. Second, complete the following sentences suitably. First, we can say that the poet uses the narrative style because answer: the poem tells a story with characters and events. Second, the central idea of the poem is we should never give up no matter how many times we fail. Third, pick 3 examples from the poem for each of the following. First, lines that describe the spider's efforts. Answer: up it ran, not a second to stay. Again it fell and swung below. 9 brave attempts were counted. Second, alliteration, the repetition of the same consonant sounds at the beginning of closely connected words. Answer: A. Steadily, steadily. B. Bold little run. C. Braced his mind. Fourth, why does the poet repeat the following words or phrases in the poem? Tried and tried, steadily, steadily, up, up. Answer: words like tried and tried, steadily, steadily, up are repeated to emphasize the spider's continuous efforts and to motivate the reader to keep trying. Fifth, fill in the blanks by choosing the correct answer from within the brackets. First, the rhyme scene of the poem is AABB. Second, bravo is an example of interjection. What is interjection? An interjection is a word or phrase used to express a sudden emotion or feeling. Third, the poet uses twas and tis for the sake of rhythm. Sixth, the spider's climbing is compared to King Bruce's own struggles. Just as the spider repeatedly attempts to reach its web, Bruce is trying to achieve a great deed for his people. This poetic device is called metaphor. It strengthens the poem's message about perseverance, keep trying till we succeed. A metaphor is a figure of speech that involves an implied comparison between two unlike things without using like, as, or as. It suggests that one thing is another, highlighting similarities between them to add deeper meaning or understanding. First, read the following sentences and identify metaphors and similes. Write M for metaphor and S for simile. So friends, we have read about what is a metaphor, but what is a simile? A simile is a word or phrase that compares something to something else using the words like or as, for example, face like a mask or white as a snow. First, he ran as fast as a cheetah, simile. Second, the world is a stage, metaphor, M. Third, the night was as dark as coal, simile, S. Fourth, he sang like an angel, simile, S. Fifth, her voice was music to his ears, metaphor, M. Sixth, the classroom was a zoo, metaphor, M. Seventh, the baby slept like a log, simile, S. Eighth, her smile was as bright as the sun, simile, S. Ninth, the lake was a mirror reflecting the sky, metaphor, M. So friends, I think you have understood the difference between a simile and a metaphor. Second, read the following sentences and transform the similes to metaphors and metaphors to similes. Two examples have been given. First, knowledge spreads like the branches of a mighty tree. Knowledge is a spreading branch of a mighty tree. Second, his courage was a beacon guiding us through the storm. His courage was as bright as a beacon guiding us through the storm. His courage was like a beacon guiding us through the storm. Third, the book was a treasure chest filled with endless adventures. Answer. Simile. The book was like a treasure chest full of adventures. Fourth, her laughter was a melody that brightened the darkest days. Simile. Her laughter was like a melody that brightened the darkest days. Fifth, the mountain stood as a guard, watching over the valley below. Metaphor. The mountain was a silent guard protecting the valley. Sixth, the night was like a velvet cloak, wrapping the world in mystery. Metaphor. The night was a velvet cloak of mystery. Seventh, her thoughts were like butterflies in a summer meadow. Metaphor. Her thoughts were butterflies fluttering in a summer meadow. Let us think and reflect. First, read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. First, he flung himself down in a low despair, as grieved as man could be, and after a while he pondered there. I'll give it all up, said he. Now, just at that moment, a spider dropped with its silken filmy clue. First, select the phrases which shows the physical expression of the king's emotional state. Answer. He flung himself down in low despair. Second, why does the poet use the word low before despair? Answer. It shows how deeply sad the king was. Third, choose the correct option to complete the sentence. In the line, and after a while he pondered there, the word pondered means B. Thought. Fourth, choose the correct option from the words given in the brackets. The phrase silken filmy clue creates an image of something that is very delicate and soft. Second, when it toils so hard to reach and cling and tumbles every time. But up the insect went once more. Ah me, 'tis an anxious minute. He's only a foot from his cobweb door. Oh say, will he lose or win it? First, choose the correct option to complete the analogy. So friends, answer is A, roll, tumble. The analogy is based on intensity. Toil means hard work and hard describes the intensity of that work. Similarly, roll is a less intense form of movement compared to tumble, which implies a more chaotic and uncontrolled movement. List any two characteristics of the spider highlighted in the line. But up the insect went once more. Answer. Spider is determined and persistent. Third, choose the correct option to complete the sentence. The expression "ah me" in the extract indicates a sense of B. Stress. Fourth, complete the sentence with an appropriate reason. Readers are able to relate to this extract because we all experience failure and hope just like the spider. Second, answer the following questions. First, how does the first stanza help in setting the mood of the poem? Answer. The first stanza sets a sad and hopeless mood by showing how King Bruce is feeling disappointed after many failures. Question 2. Describe how King Bruce's attitude changes from the beginning to the end of the poem. Answer. At the beginning, King Bruce feels sad and wants to give up. But by the end, after watching the spider succeed, he becomes hopeful and motivated to try again. Question 3. What does the poet's detailed description of the spider's actions tell us? Answer. It shows the poet's respect and admiration for the spider's determination. It also helps the reader understand the importance of persistence. Fourth, how does the spider inspire us to overcome despair and not give up? Answer. The spider keeps trying again and again, even after falling many times. Its success teaches us to stay determined and never give up, even when we fail. Fifth, explain. The poem teaches us that failures are stepping stones to success. Answer. The poem shows that each time we fail, we learn something new. If we keep trying like the spider, we will finally succeed. Sixth, how does the spider's journey show that anyone can be a source of inspiration? Answer. Even a small creature like a spider can teach us a big lesson. This shows that inspiration can come from anyone or anything around us. Let us learn. First, write the opposites of the following words taken from the poem. First, up, answer down. Second, fast, opposite slow. Third, glad, its opposite is sad. Fourth, win, its opposite is lose. Fifth, succeed, its opposite is fail. Second, choose the correct meaning of the underlined words in the following sentences from the box given below. Frame sentences of your own for these words. First, please make every endeavor to arrive on time, meaning third, an attempt to do something new or difficult. Second, ants toil tirelessly to save food for rainy season, meaning first, work very hard and or for a long time. Third, we encourage all students to strive to do their best, meaning fourth, to try very hard to achieve something. Fourth, the sailors braced themselves against the strong wind. Braced meaning prepared themselves for something difficult. Sentences from these words. First, endeavor. She made a great endeavor to finish her homework on time. Second, toil. The farmers toil in the fields all day under the hot sun. Third, strive. We must strive to do our best in every exam. Fourth, braced. He braced himself before going on stage to speak. Third, the poem uses words that show distance. For example, a long way up, inch by inch, higher and higher, half yard higher. Classify the words or phrases in the box given below based on the distance, far or near, and write in the space provided. You may take the help of a dictionary. Answer. Far, remoteness, afar, yonder, light year, further, middle of nowhere. Near, proximity, vicinity, adjacent, a stone's throw, hairline. So friend, you can note them down. Let's move forward. Fourth, read the following line from the poem. 'Twas a delicate thread it had to tread. Now repeat the lines 5 to 6 times. Are you able to say it clearly? Create more tongue twisters of your own. So friends, you have to say it yourself and more tongue twisters. First, silly spiders spin silky strings swiftly. Second, Peter's pet python paced past pine plants. Third, brave Bruce battled bold blunders bravely. Let us listen. You will listen to a story about an ant. Read the questions given below and before you listen, guess the answers of these questions. Transcript for the teacher on page 40. So friends, let's read the transcript. In a thick green forest, there lived a little ant. She was known for her determination and never give up attitude. One sunny day, the ant found a delicious piece of roti that was too big for her to carry alone. This crumb is huge, but I must get it back to the ant hill. My family will be so happy, she thought to herself. She tried to lift the crumb with all her might, but it was too heavy. She tried pushing it, pulling it, and even rolling it, but nothing seemed to work. Exhausted and saddened, she sat down and began to cry. As the ant sat there, feeling beaten, she noticed a small bird nearby. The bird was trying to build a nest. It picked up twigs and leaves, but every time it tried to place them, the wind would blow them away. However, the bird did not give up. It kept trying over and over again until finally it managed to build a strong nest. If that bird can keep trying and succeed, then I shouldn't give up either, she thought, feeling inspired. Determined once more, the ant gathered all her strength and decided to try again. She called her fellow ants for help. Together they formed a chain and lifted the crumb with their combined strength. Slowly but surely, they carried the crumb back to the ant hill. We did it. Thank you, everyone. We showed that with teamwork and never giving up, we can achieve anything. The ant shouted, excited and grateful. She and her friends celebrated their success. We too should learn this lesson from the ant's experience. Never give up, no matter how difficult the situation may seem. Hope you all liked the story. Thank you. Now let's move to the questions. What was the ant known for? Answer first, determination. Second, why was the ant unable to take the roti home? Answer second, it was too heavy to carry. Third, what was the bird doing? Answer third, picking up leaves. Fourth, how did the bird make the ant feel? Answer second, inspired. Fifth, how did the fellow ants help? Answer third, by joining the ant in her efforts. Let us speak. Narrate a personal experience about a time when you were motivated by someone or something to carry on and never give up. Your perseverance helped you. Use the following sentence prompts as a guide for your narration. Use as per your topic. So friends, I have written two answers. One is short for those who are seeking for short answers and other answer is long for other students. So you can choose the answer according to yourself. This is short version. I remember a time when I felt like giving up. It was when I was learning to ride a bicycle during my summer vacation. The challenge was riding without training wheels. I kept falling and hurting myself, so I felt scared and wanted to quit. But then my father encouraged me and said, "Don't give up, keep trying." I also remembered the poem Try Again, which gave me courage. So I kept practicing every day. My father helped me at first, and slowly I got better. In the end, I was able to ride on my own. I felt proud because I didn't give up. This taught me that if we keep trying, we will succeed. Never give up. So, friends, this is a short version. Now, let's read the long version. I remember a time when I felt like giving up. It was when I was learning to ride a bicycle. There was a moment in my life when I faced a big challenge. It happened during my summer vacation. The challenge I faced was balancing the cycle without training wheels. I was struggling with fear of falling down. The problem seemed too big because every time I tried, I would lose balance and fall. I had bruises on my knees and elbows. At first, I felt discouraged and thought about giving up because I was in pain and felt embarrassed in front of others. I didn't think I could succeed because I kept falling again and again. But then I saw my younger cousin riding confidently. Someone inspired me to keep going. It was my father who said, "Don't quit. You will learn. Just try again." I remembered the poem Try Again and it gave me hope. After feeling inspired, I decided to try once more. I gathered my strength and focused on my balance. With a new sense of willpower, I kept practicing every day. I asked for help from my father, and he held the seat while I rode. In the end, I was able to ride my bicycle without anyone's help, thanks to standing firm and never giving up. I achieved something that once seemed impossible. I felt proud because I didn't quit. It was worth it because now I enjoy riding every evening with my friends. This experience taught me that we should never give up. I learned that perseverance is the key to success. Now, I always remember to keep trying. no matter how hard something seems. The lesson I learned from this is keep trying until you succeed. So friends, these were the two versions, short version and long version. So you can write answer according to your choice. Now let's move forward. Let us write. King Bruce was inspired by the spider that kept on trying till it was successful. Think about the steps you can take to overcome a difficult situation and write them down. Now, write a letter to your cousin on how you plan to overcome any difficult situation. Also, advise not to quit and persevere. Remember to use transition words like to begin with, next, after that, then, finally to share the steps of your plan. You may begin this way, you may end this way. Answer 20 Rajendra Nagar, Jeevanpur, 23 August, 20XX. You can write the year here and date. Dear Monica, thank you for your letter asking me about how I plan to overcome difficult situations. I recently read a poem about King Bruce and the spider. It taught me to never give up no matter how many times we fail. To begin with, I will stay calm and not get scared when a problem comes. Next, I will try to understand the problem clearly and think of possible solutions. After that, I will take help from my parents or teachers if I need it. Then, I will keep trying and practicing until I get it right. Finally, I will believe in myself and never stop trying. Monica, always remember, just like the spider, we should keep trying until we succeed. Don't quit easily. If we try again and again, we will win one day. Yours affectionately, Deepa. So, friends, you can write this letter. Now, let's move forward. Let us explore. First, collect folk songs in your own language that connect us with nature and compile them as a class project. Answer. Language Hindi. Folk song title Chanda Mama Dur Ke. Connection with nature. This song talks about the moon, Chanda Mama, which is a part of nature and very dear to children. Lyrics in Hindi. चंदा मामा दूर के पुए पकाए बूर के आप खाएं थाली में मुन्ने को दे प्याली में. English meaning. Moon uncle from far away makes sweet dishes, eats from a plate and gives a bowl to the child. What it teaches us? This song shows love for the moon and how it is part of daily life and imagination. It also reflects how children relate to nature with love and fun. Second, did you know that spiders are not insects? They belong to a group called the arachnids. Observe a spider and an ant from a distance and note down the differences between them. Share your observations with your classmates. Ask your science teacher for more information to know about spiders better. Answer. Difference between spider and ant. Feature body parts. Spider, two main body parts, cephalothorax and abdomen, and three main body parts, head, thorax, abdomen. Legs, spider 8 legs and 6 legs. Group, spider arachnid and insect. Web making, spider spins webs using silk and does not spin webs. Eyes, spider usually 6 to 8 simple eyes and 2 compound eyes. So friends, you can note the difference between the spider and ant. Third, let us learn how to weave a spider web. First, take 3 sticks, each about 8 inches long, and a roll of old wool. Second, tie the sticks together in the center with the wool. Figure 1. Third, start weaving the web by putting a loop around every stick. Figure 2 and 3. Fourth, complete the web and tie the thread in a knot on the stick where the web is complete. Figure 4, this one. Now decorate it with words and phrases you learnt about the spider in the poem or anything else that you like. So friends, we have completed all the question answers from the poem Try Again. The stanza by stanza explanation of this poem is already uploaded on the channel. You can find the link in the description and on the screen. If you like the video, kindly like it and share it with your friends. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.